Okay, welcome into the barn here with Aequitas. The reason I'm in the barn here today is because I want to do some more trimming on his feet, and he is most comfortable here. This is his place. He gets increasingly more anxious depending on where I take him, so this works a little better here in the barn, and I just close that door just so wouldn't have a backlight. You guys can kind of see what I'm doing here. And I'm not tying him. I'm wrapping this rope around the post here, but he's not tied up in any way. I did this yesterday, and so hopefully I can do it again today with equal amount of cooperation and maybe even better. And I know y'all can't see what he's doing with his feet, but if he's cooperating, you can tell, and if he isn't, you'll be able to tell. Okay, that's good so far. So this will likely be the last video I will do with him, because there's a trainer from up around Kansas City who's coming to pick him up in a few days and take him and get him started under saddle. So he's being really good here. He just let me put that front foot between my legs, start rasping on it a little bit. He's better with the fronts these days than he is with the backs, and I'm not going to do a whole lot. You can see he gets increasingly nervous as it goes on. There, okay, I'm going to sit it down. What I haven't done with him is attempted to use this this hoof stand. So let me just see if he'll let me put his foot on this hoof stand and keep it there for a minute. He did let me hold it up with my hand yesterday, so maybe he'll be okay with the hoof stand. Let me still work on these toes a little bit. Yeah, that's going well. Good boy. And I think I mentioned this when I was training him. The key to this is to do it gradually. And I've been working on this horse for 8 weeks. Okay? He's the toughest one I've ever had. But you want to do it gradually. Like one day, first day, you ask him to hold it up for 10 seconds. And then the second day, maybe you can get 20 seconds. There we go. Third day, maybe you can get 30 seconds, you know. And here we go. Hey. Okay, so this is a little more than I got yesterday on these hind legs. Not a lot, but a little. And that's about all I'm going to do right there. So, is he ready for a farrier? I think that depends on the farrier. A good thing these days is that a lot of farriers are horsemen too. That didn't used to be the case. Used to be most farriers were just, country boys who knew how to nail a shoe on. But these days we get a lot of young kids who going into the business who are, this is his bad foot here, so he's not wanting to hold that up for me. These days we get a lot of young kids going into it who are pretty savvy with horses before they do it. See him licking his lips? All he's telling me is that stressed him out. So when I let him put that foot down, he was relaxing a bit. Move over. There you go. All right, good boy. Okay, now could he kick me here? Absolutely. Will he? He might. I don't know. I don't think he will. And this leg here is a little bit sore because he got it hurt the other day, and I'll explain that to you more in a minute when we get out in the round pen as to how that happened. So it was not his good foot to begin with, and then it got boogered up pretty bad, so he might not let me do much here. There you go. So he's kicking, but he's not kicking, he's just trying to pull away. So here's what happened. Second day that I had him saddled, I was in here. It was the day after I made that video. Yeah, he's kind of more worried about the water than anything else. I like that. I was in here the second day that I saddled him, and I did the same thing with him that I do with every other horse. Second day that I saddled him, that is that I put a rope on the stirrup right here, started sending him around and flapping that stirrup around. And you can see he's kind of okay with that. And so what I do is I just take the lead rope off and get the horse trotting, loping around the arena, and I just take that long 30-foot rope and just do this with the stirrups, okay? And I've done it with countless horses. And a lot of them bothered a little bit by it, and then they get over it. That's why I do it. But with him, what happened was he turned around. I had the rope on the stirrup, and he turned around, started going the other way, so then the rope was behind his tail. And that's when he lost it completely. And I do mean completely lost it. It was the worst panic that he's ever done. In fact, if you saw the very first video with him, it was way worse than that one. And there was nothing I could do. I dropped the rope. Wasn't this rope, it was a thin rope. I dropped the rope, but that didn't make any difference. He was in a panic, and he ran around here for about 5 minutes, just body slamming the sides of the round pen, and that's how he hurt his back hind leg. He scraped some hide off of it. He didn't hurt himself seriously, but he banged himself up a bit. Okay, good, I love that. See that head shake? Okay, and that lick and chew. So he's relaxing a little bit. Okay. Now, so what I'm going to do today is I want to recreate the problem. The problem was the rope around his butt. But here's the thing, and this is why it surprised me, because I have done this kind of stuff with him quite a bit. I've had ropes around his butt, and he has handled it. And I think I even had it on video a couple of times doing that right there, and he'd come around and handle it, okay, like that. I've done that quite a bit. I haven't done it so much lately, but I did it quite a bit in the beginning. So that's why it kind of surprised me that he overreacted as much as he did just when that rope came around behind his tail like that right there. So see, he got a little bothered there, but he didn't overreact too much. All right, so today what I'm going to do is kind of try to recreate that, but I'm going to hold onto the lead rope so that if he starts losing it and starts panicking, I'm going to try to shut him down. Because again, what I'm trying to teach this horse is don't panic. That is not the answer to the problem. That's what I'm trying to teach him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie a knot so that this cotton rope doesn't get tighter. I'll throw it over his hind end, but I don't want it to tighten up, you know, like a slip knot. So I'm going to tie a knot here. Yeah, nice and muddy today. Okay, that should be about right. Okay, so there we go. That should work for what I want to do here. So, pretty sure he'll be okay with this first part. Just toss it around his hind legs a little bit. He kicked a little, but let's just, okay, we're going to do this. This is stuff I've done a lot. He's still not 100% okay with it, but it's not a new thing to him. Okay, good. All right. Good. All right, so there. So you can see he got bothered. All right. Now he got that rope around his hind leg. It's fine. Show me some. Okay, that means I need to do number 127, putting ropes around his hind legs some more. If he's still kicking at ropes on his legs, I need to keep working on that. So you can see how much that bothers him. I want to try to help him get better here. Without getting tripped up on these muddy ropes, if I can help it. There we go. There, good boy. Good. Good. So every time he lets that touch him and doesn't get too scared, it's going to get just a little better. There. Let it hang there a minute. Good boy. You're okay. You're okay. Okay. And I can hold that on there in a minute. I'm going to put it over the cantle of the saddle, but I wanted to give him opportunity to get used to it before I do that, because once I put it over the cantle of the saddle, I can still get it off, but it won't come off as easily. So, you know, we're into 8 weeks with this horse, and in a lot of ways he's been really, really tough, but he came with a lot of baggage. Okay. You know, I say this all the time, you need to work with these horses when they're little, get them used to life. And this horse, not only was he not worked with, he was whatever handling he had was pretty improper. Okay, now let's just see what we're going to get. I can always get behind him and pull that off if I really need to. Okay, but he's handling that okay so far. Good boy. Good boy. There you go. Not going to hurt you. Not going to hurt you. Don't run over the top of me. Good. Now I'm going to put just a little bit of pressure on it. Right there. He did fine with that. Okay. I asked him 4 or 5 times nicely to stay away from me, and he didn't do it. So that's why I got a little rough with him. Stay off of me. And he's trying to avoid the water. That's fine. I get that. I am not the answer. You do not run over me for any reason ever. Okay? Fine. All right. So he got a little bit nervous there, but he actually handled that fairly well. Whoa. 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 Get off me. Get off me. Stay off me. Okay. So, I want you to notice something. He still thinks the answer to his problem is to run me over. Don't run me over. Whoa. 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 After 8 weeks, he still thinks that if he runs me over, everything's going to be okay. All right? And I need to make sure that everything's not okay when he comes running at me. Like that. So, I know this is pretty wild and muddy. It's way better than it was the other day. Whoa. 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 Okay, so what I'm still trying to teach this horse, just because you're nervous, don't lose your cookies. It's okay. Panicking is not the answer to every problem. There. Good boy. There you go. See, a lot of people get mad at a horse like this, and I understand why, because it's potentially quite dangerous. But if you lose your temper, you're not going to teach him anything at all. And so I'm not the least bit mad at him. He did pretty much what I thought he would do. All right. And even though he would have run over me had I not corrected him, he didn't run over me. Okay, so I know it's like, well, that's really not that much better. Well, it's something. Take what you can get. There we go. All right. Now, let's see if I can switch sides here with the rope. Do something from the right side. He's a little better with things on his left, but he's also more likely to run over me when I'm on his left. I know that probably doesn't make sense. I mean, it doesn't sound reasonable, but horses aren't reasonable. They're just horses. Don't know why that is, other than probably all the people he ran over when he was younger were standing on his left side. That would be my best guess as to why that's true. There we go. Good. Okay. Now I'm going to do the rope from this side, just like I did earlier. Toss it around him here. There. Good. All good. Good. All right. So exact same thing. Put it right over the cantle of the saddle. You can see why I'm using this old junky saddle. You know, for sure. Okay. And he changed directions on his own. I didn't tell him to. Go this way, yeah. And the reason he did that is because he's just more comfortable with me on his left side. Okay, put a little pressure on that rope. Good, good. So, he doesn't like it, but he's not in a full-blown panic. Okay, now let me see if I can stop him. Whoa. Sort of. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Now, it's pretty rough with him there about stopping. Be as gentle as possible, but as firm as necessary. He knows the stop word. You guys who've watched this series, you've seen him stop quite a few times when I gave him the word. So he knows the word. What he's doing is what just about every horse in the world will do till you teach them otherwise, and that is when they get a little nervous, they just blow you off. They don't pay attention to you. Okay? And you can say, oh, poor baby, he was scared. Yeah, of course he was. All right? But somebody gets on his back and he gets scared, I think they're going to want to be able to get control of him. All right? So he's not there yet, but this is how you work on that. All right, let's try it again. Get off of me. These muddy ropes are kind of hard to hold on to here. Okay, he did it again. He changed sides on me just because he didn't like me on that side. Okay. So he's handling that. He's getting a little bothered by it, but he's not running off like he was the other day because I could stop him. All right, let's try it. Whoa. So he stopped a little better that time. Wasn't good. It was better. He's kicking at the rope. There. Ooh, buddy. Okay, so this time I'm going to stand here a while till he quits doing that right there. Whoa. You're all right. I'm not hurting you. Come here. You're all right. There. Okay, so am I satisfied with that? Not even close. But I am going to quit there because I've made some progress and he has done, at least tried to do a little bit of self-control here. So I'm going to just stand here and let him have those ropes on his legs for a few minutes, and then we'll call it a day. So, as I mentioned, trainer's coming to pick him up in a couple of days and start working with him under saddle, and I don't know if I'll be able to give you guys any updates or not in the future. I'm not sure, how that'll work, but if I can, in the next few months, if I can get some videos of the other trainer riding him, I'll try to pass those along to you or put them on here if I can do that. So you guys, thanks for coming along here with Aequitas. It has been a journey, has it not?